So a while back, I reviewed the GoolRC T36, which is this little guy right here. It was fun to fly, and it was a good time, so I thought I would go ahead and check out its big brother, the T5, which is this guy right here, quite a bit bigger, and I thought I would just do a quick review, kind of showing the ins and outs of it, and just kind of talk about the experience I've had with it so far. When you first open the box, you're going to be presented with a project before you can even get started flying it. You will have to attach all of the rotor guards, the landing gear, the camera and antenna pack, that sort of thing, before you can even get started. So, of course, it also comes with a series of accessories like a charging cable, which is done through USB. Of course, you also get a battery. It comes with a 3.7 volt, 450 milliamp hour LiPo battery, a screwdriver. This is so that you can get into the battery compartment on the Quadcopter as well as in the remote control. And then, of course, you're also going to get 2 replacement blades. I would have liked to have seen 4 here, but it does come with 2, and I guess that's enough to get you started. You're going to get your controller. Now, this controller does have a spot to put a cell phone in there for the first-person viewing flight feature. So in addition to the accessories that you get with this, you're also going to get some quick start guides and a bit of an instruction manual. The quick start guides come in English, French, German, Japanese, and English, French, German, Japanese, and Chinese. And the more advanced, more specific instruction manual here comes in German, French, and I think Chinese, but no English. So that kind of complicated things a little bit. So once you get the landing gear, the blade guards, the camera, the antenna, all that stuff attached, you want to make sure, of course, that the battery is fully charged. So you'll plug the battery into the USB cable, plug the USB cable into your computer, and wait until the light goes out here. Of course, once that's done, you'll put the battery in, attach the power leads, close the battery compartment, and you should be good to go. Now, the nice thing about this quad is that it is what would be classified as an RTF, or ready to fly, as opposed to a BNF, which is a bind and fly. So the remote control that you've got that comes with it is already configured to work with this. You don't have to go through any setup or pairing procedures or anything like that. Once you've got the batteries in, it's just ready to go. So after I got it set up, of course, the first thing you got to do is reach underneath here and flip the on-off switch. And here you can see, there we go. You can see that it's got red and blue flashing lights. The red lights are for the front, and of course that makes the blue lights for the back. Then all you got to do, press the button in the center. You can hear it beep. Then the lights under here start to go a little bit crazy. Just go up and down. And that's it. You're ready to go. So for my first flight, I wanted to just get a So for my first flight, I just wanted to get a feel for it. So I just set it up in my kitchen. I didn't do any of the first-person view stuff. I just got it set up and took off. And overall, after I did some trim, both for the left and right and the up and down, all that, once I got it trimmed in, it seemed to handle pretty well. And once I got comfortable with the way it flies and the way it handles and got it to do some barrel rolls and that kind of thing, I decided I wanted to see what the first-person view looked like. And so I got on the Google Play Store, I searched for a GoolRC app, which I found, and then realized it didn't work. Apparently that specific app is made for a different device, so back to the drawing board. Luckily, we've got some QR codes here. Again, not in English, so what do? But I went ahead and scanned the Google Play with my QR code reader. It took me to a site that I wasn't necessarily comfortable with because none of it was in English. But I decided, worst case scenario, I'll just refresh my phone and start over. So I went ahead, downloaded the app, and got it to connect pretty easily. I did have to look for a Wi-Fi access point that is actually broadcast from the quadcopter in order to get it to connect. Once I got that to connect, the first-person view basically popped right up on the app that I downloaded from the third party, which is also kind of a security thing, which means you'll have to change the settings on your phone to allow your phone to install APKs from non-Google Play sources. So I got the first-person view to work. Everything seemed to be going just great. And I thought, well, okay, let's take it outside. I didn't figure flying it outside would be a big deal because right here in the instruction manual, it mentions not flying in windy environments. So unless you've got a turbine fan or something crazy going on in your house, that to me says that it should be okay to fly outside. So the first time I took it outside, I couldn't even get it off my front porch because there was a slight breeze. So I waited a couple of days, waited for some more calm weather, took it out again today, and had a bit more luck with getting some video from the camera on here, which is a 3 megapixel camera, so not going to break any records as far as quality is concerned, but it does give you a chance to actually see things from the perspective of the quad while you're flying it. But after flying it for a few minutes, got a bit of a gust of wind. Again, not a big gust, just a breeze, and made it completely inoperable outside. So not really sure if this is something that you would want to fly outside unless you live in a very, very temperate climate with no breeze whatsoever. So I've flown it around the house a bit, and it handles well. Like I said, you can get it to do barrel rolls and flips and that sort of thing, and that's great. I enjoyed that aspect of it. I just wish that it had a bit more power so that you could fly it outside without it trying to take off like it did on me today. So in all honesty, not my greatest flying experience. I've got other quads that I've flown in the past, even quads that I reviewed in the past, that I've had better flying experiences with. But again, I did enjoy the first-person view, the live view that was actually broadcast to my phone over that Wi-Fi signal, as well as being able to use that footage later if you wanted to do that. I will say that it was a bit choppy, not quite as steady and clear as I would like. But again, we're talking about a 0.3 megapixel camera, which is essentially VGA quality. So if you're looking for an inexpensive toy to maybe take on vacation or let the kids play with, this might be a good option for you. If you're looking for, 4K cinematography to win an award, you probably won't want to go this route. But again, it's fun to fly, and it's a good intro to how to fly one of these without investing, $1,000 or $1,500 or $2,000. So if you're interested in picking one of these up, I will have a link in the description to this quad on Amazon. Definitely go ahead and check that out. In the comment section below, let me know, is this something you would try out? What kind of things do you look for when you're thinking about buying a quad? What features does it need to have to either make or break your decision on whether or not to buy one quad over another? I'd love to hear about that kind of stuff in the comment section down below. Also, if you found this video helpful or informative or any of that stuff, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. That helps me and the channel out quite a bit. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. I've got new content coming out, and I would love if you could check that out when it arrives. So thanks for your time. I always appreciate your support in watching my videos, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.